I met Bree last year. She was in the program for the first year and instantly fell in love with her. And after I saw her in the classroom, she far surpassed anything I typically see in a first year teacher's classroom. And so I really have had my eye on her. And this summer, whenever I met with my new crop of first year teachers, I reached out to her and asked her if she would share maybe some classroom management strategies or how she got started, any tips that would help them think about their classroom and what they needed to do the first week of school to get some structure to their classroom. And instead, she sent me this letter. And when I got the letter and opened it up, I teared up. And I could hear her heart in the letter, and it's the same heart that I see in her classroom. And she was spot on, that that's exactly what a first year teacher needs to hear, to be encouraged and to know that there's no expectation that any one of us ever is going to be perfect, and that we're together in the efforts to be the best we can for our students.
My first year, I think the biggest thing that I learned was how important a relationship with your student is. Because I can teach them everything they need to know, but if they don't know I care about them, they don't care how much I know. I wish I would have had this letter when I was a first year teacher. And I had a great team my first year, and I was surrounded by so many people who invested in me and who have taught me really everything I know and have made me into the teacher I am. But there were so many times where I tried to adopt what my teaching partners were doing, or I tried to adopt what other teachers in the school were doing, and I stressed myself out because I was trying to take all these practices and all these ideas when I just stopped and I did what was best for me and my students. That's when things started clicking, and that's when my classroom started working, and that's when I figured out that classroom management was really about my connection with my students and how I present myself to them instead of me trying to be somebody I'm not. They don't need another teacher, they need me as their teacher. Dear first year teacher, I know you're busy and you've probably skipped right by this email, but on the chance you didn't, stop and take a breath. Someone asked me the other day what I would say to myself as a first year teacher. For starters, I would issue a loud warning about this pandemic situation. I definitely did not see this coming, but here we are. More importantly though, here you are. With school starting in just days, you are putting those final touches on your classroom, running frantically up and down the hallway, and asking your veteran team members and coworkers tons of questions. Here you are, and let me say, you are doing incredible. You have chosen the best profession ever. But instead of me giving you a classroom management plan or resources for your tool belt, I want to provide some encouragement as the school year quickly approaches. There is so much that you are not going to be prepared for, and that is okay. Keep believing in yourself and believing in the impact that you are making. Maybe it doesn't sound like that because school is virtual, but let me say, you are still teaching. Do your best, and remember, you are making history. You're not only a first year teacher, but you're the first group of teachers to tackle a challenge like the one 2020 has brought to us. What you are doing matters not just for today, but it's going to matter years from now when that extra long chapter dedicated to 2020 is written in history books everywhere. I know Harry Wong did not write a chapter about teaching through a pandemic, but please know the responsibility is not just on your shoulders. You are not alone. And no matter how many times someone has said, we're all in this together, please know it's true. You can't do this alone, and the good news is you don't have to. You don't have to do it all, and you don't have to do it perfectly. Find yourself a mentor teacher and adopt tips and practices from them, but please don't try to be them. Be yourself. Be real, be genuine, and be you. You are the you that your students need the most right now. Remember, teachers create all other professions, and you can do this. Make it the best year ever. Sincerely, a teacher just like you.